coats away to people in need. And Paris,
Yep.
please speak into the mic if you don't mind.
Gotcha. Yeah, so on Monday at the View on Fifth, we'll have a coat drive. We're partnering with the Dream Center and the home team uh, to to collect some coats, and then it'll be like a meet and greet. And I think it'll just be a great time just to be able to give coats to kids and also to the homeless people in the area. So.
Chris, how much do you devote each week to things like that? How much are you directly involved setting up those things? And
mm.
what do you enjoy about that part of the process?
Yeah, so our board has meetings a lot, and so obviously, I'm here at the Woody, so I can't always be involved in those board meetings, but I talk to my mom almost every day about it, and I usually spend my off day Mondays, and that's where we set the game plan up for the things that like to do next.
Well, football question. When the way Maya Williams runs a ball, does this offense get a spark from that? Does it get something just out of his running style?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're like blocking somebody downfield, and you see someone just blow past your face, and you see those little legs just going, you're gonna be hype. You know what I mean? So I think because you get a chance to celebrate for like 40 yards and just look around. I mean, that's a fun time. Then go to field goal. So I feel like yeah, when there's runs like that, then you definitely enjoy it. It definitely sparks things up.
Harris, I saw a stat that you've not allowed a sack since 2020. Have you seen that, or are you aware of that? How does that need to be addressed?
Um, yeah, I actually did see that on Twitter. I was scrolling through, looking for some memes, and I saw that pop up because I think my mom retweeted or something like that. But yeah, like I thought that was cool. But yeah, that was cool. See,
And you've had now 5 games to get readjusted to left tackle. How do you think it's gone? How do you think you played?
I've definitely enjoyed the transition, and I thank Coach Fry and Coach Solani for helping me, you know, make it smoothly. But again, like you said, it's only been 5 games in, and I know I still got a lot of things I got to improve on. But I feel like that's also the exciting part is that, I'm starting to see that success. But yet again, there's things I still have to upgrade and continue to improve on physically, but also on the mental side.
What are two of those things that you're improving?
Um, I mean, I'd like to kind of keep that to myself for right now because I feel like that's just something that I sort of internally, I only share that with my family and the coaching staff as far as the things I want to do. But I want to put on a field for you guys and for this team is hopefully you guys will be able to see the upgrading every week. You
Harris,
know,
new or used coats?
um, new or gently used.
Gently used.
Yep, new or gently used.
And you're looking for primarily kid size type stuff.
Kids, but again, like any size is cool. You know what I mean? Like I wear like 3X, so I'm sure maybe if there's even 4 or 5 people out there in the local area that need a 3X, and I'll be sure to take care of them too. So it's really any size. It's not just for kids, but also just for homeless people in the area as well.
Going back to Maya, in your brain, what drives him? What have you seen? What motivates him from what you can tell?
Well, I just know he just has love for his family, and I know his grandma, she passed away recently, and I know she was very special to him, and also she was special to all of us on the team that we were blessed with the opportunity just to be around her. She was a wonderful woman, and she was always excited, to see us and to be around us and be around Mayan. And I think that just motivates him, and I feel like his just love for the people in this team and the people in the locker room, and him just trusting us to hit that hole. You know what I mean? And trusting, we're gonna do our jobs. I think that's just what's there for him.
Hey, one thing, you guys, do you feel like y'all up front are a pretty, as you've watched these 5 games, are a pretty athletic group? I mean, the way y'all can pull and get outside. I mean, Donovan gets
Mhm.
like a fullback,
Yeah, yeah.
on a lead play. I mean,
Mhm.
tell me, just describe this front, from 5 games in about
Um,
what y'all have shown people, I guess.
yeah, I would say that we do pride ourselves on trying to be the most athletic offensive linemen that are offensive linemen, but we try to do non-offensive lineman things, try to impress each other
Yeah.
all the time. You know what I mean? I outside of the field, like so I would say like that's something that we enjoy. You know, trying to get on the outside, trying to pull different guys. Just and then try to compare the numbers the next day in the locker room. We see the speeds, like who is really sliding. The Saturday, you know what I mean. So yeah.
And what's something y'all do? I mean, give me an example of something y'all do where you show off your athletic ability, you said, off the field.
Yeah. So for example, we have like force plate technology where we like test our, I guess, our like wattage from our jumps off the plate, and me and Donnie compete weekly when we do those jumps. So to see, who can. We're not sure if it's trying to get the height or if it's trying to get the force off the plate. I don't know, but it doesn't matter because me and Don are just looking who gets the higher number in the end. So stuff like that's fun, and I think that what keeps the little competitiveness because we're all five of us are competitive, except for Luke when it comes to jumping, he can care less.
And that what he's just talking about, that force plates technology, is what we're talking about, the intersection of sports science and research. So if you guys want to do a story on sports science and research, that's the release that I.
You could have just told me. You didn't have to tell everybody. Well, how many watts?
I'm not sure. I just know I try to get it higher than Donnie's, and I'm happy.
Harris, if somebody were to say that they're comparing you as being, you and DeJuan, really, as being the best tackle combo since Orlando Pace and Corey Stringer, what would you say if you heard something like that?
I would say that's like really cool for somebody to say because I feel that's a very high comparison, and I feel like me and Dewan are only 5 games in, and they put together, I'm not sure how many great games together. So we still have a lot that we have to continue to do and continue to show, to be able to, really complete that comparison. But I think that's like really cool, for so far.
They only had 1 season together.
Oh, they did, really. That's cool.
A couple more questions for parents.
Coach Ryan, Coach Soleni, and the things that they've helped you get better and be ready to play tackle. Can you just specify a thing or two they've shown you that maybe you didn't have in your repertoire coming into this season?
I think just like one thing that like we've done is that like we've worked, like thousands of reps, all the way since they've got here till now. But I feel like the biggest thing that we spend a lot of time on is just the mental aspect of that, Yeah, like when I first started to play tackle, again for this season, I left tackle coming from guard. It was like new and fresh again, but I already have the skill set. I have the ability set. So now the mental transition of just like trusting that, I already have it down, but I need to, give myself time for my body and my mind to get back into it was a huge thing because, a lot of times it's not like each rep on the field is not always about as much the physicality, about as much who wins the mental battle, that play as well too, so I feel like that's a big area, they've helped me with.
Having Orlando around here with his boys, being recruited here and playing here, have you got to know him pretty well? I mean, do you compare notes from those guys, or how does having Orlando Pace on one side and Willie Anderson on the other side kind of help prepare you for what's next?
Yeah, like I feel like that's really cool to be able to say those are 2 people that I could reach out to whenever, to just talk about anything, and I just think it's like really cool after a game when I'm like I'm able to talk to either one of them and they said I had a great game and I showed great this and that, and I feel it's really cool because I feel like coming from somebody like them, like that means a lot, versus like my little cousin that couldn't really see over everybody, you know, that still means a lot too. But obviously, like, I feel like it's, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but.
On you, but is Willie harder on you than Coach Fry? I mean, who really like picks apart the game?
I would say they both do a lot. I would probably say the hardest person on me is my cousin, Mike Larkin, who played in Miami, Ohio. He's a wide receiver for Ben Roethlisberger. He's never played offensive line, but he becomes the biggest offensive line coach after the games, which is really funny. But yeah,
How often did you be a better receiver than he would be offensive line?
my routes are really good, but my hands, I just cannot catch. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
All right, we got to wrap him up. Go ahead,
That
Steven.
mental, transition you were talking about. Given that, I mean, you were pretty much born to play left tackle, and you played it your entire life outside of last year and some snaps in 2020. How difficult was that to kind of flip that switch back on this offseason?
I feel like, like I feel like it's kind of like it was. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of how I want to start it off, but basically like the transition was really like mental, but the physical aspect is that the transition is happening at a full speed pace against JT, Zach, Jack, and Javante, and you know what I mean. So it's not like there was like a slowed down tempo of of course like an individual and stuff like that, but it becomes real in the team periods. So it was a really fast paced transition where you're really feeling the reps, which I feel like really helped and accelerated as well. So I feel like it's really like mental while I'm dealing with the physical changes.
So back in the spring, was it like not as easy to flip that switch back on as you thought it would be at first, even if now you're obviously playing?
I feel like it was just a mindset that I like went into it with Coach Fry came in. He told me like I had to, he said I already have like the urgency to flip it like right away, but for him like to remind me, to give myself some time. You know what I mean? Because if you're continuing to be too hard on yourself, you're not gonna give yourself any room to actually grow. So I guess just him being on my ear to give me that patience, because he knows me well enough that I'm able to get on myself. I'm able to look at myself intrinsically and say, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this now. But for him to help me with that patience piece, which is also like the mental part of it, you know what I mean? Because if you're always expecting for something to happen now, and you're not giving yourself that time to take a step back and be like, what's the next course of action? Like, what are you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you're not having a plan. You're just trying to look at the final product. But it's like I said before, I forgot who I was talking to, but like with the painting, like I'm already trying to paint the corner sun. Not even started on the grass yet, the little bush, the tree. Like I gotta do the little things. So.
Real quick, could you just describe Luke Whippler's off-field personality for me and how that maybe ties in with
Luke Whippler,
right
his off-field personality is just Jersey, like just Jersey. He thinks he's part of the Sopranos or something. Yeah, Jersey. That's all, Jersey.